Hello, welcome to the Red Room. So today we are going to do a semi-rant. It's not a full rant. We want to talk about that infamous tweet. I think it became infamous because a lot of people reacted badly about it, about the character with the big background will die. So Miguel, please put it down on the corner.
This time I'll try to remember that.
Yes. Yeah. It will pop up when you see this, if Miguel remembers.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'll just keep an eye on you. So what are we talking? Why are we talking about this? I did a retweet.
Because there's nothing else to do?
Yes, exactly. But also because I did a retweet talking about my experience. So when I started playing, first I started playing online by forum. So yeah, I did, well, it wasn't a novel, but I did get the tendency to think too much about my character. And then when I started playing with this guy here, he always made me do a backstory. Yeah. But now we don't do backstories anymore. And I realized what I said on my tweet basically is that in the beginning, I felt like I had to construct this big story about my character, but then I understood that it doesn't make any sense. I don't know why would I invest creating the whole life for my character when he may only live for a couple of game sessions? And when we started playing a lot more, and I always had to create a new character, and I'd say, fuck you, I'm not going to create a full backstory for my character. I'm only going to play him for a couple of hours. And I think Miguel also changed his mind about the backstories, and I'm gonna make you admit it.
I'll explain why. And first of all, I didn't demand novels. I just wanted a page. Okay.
A page or two.
Yeah. Okay. So a small background. And in a way, it can be. Well, I was asking it as a game master because when I'm doing an NPC, I put some information about it, so it's kind of a background. Also because I use those things as plot hooks, so that's why I want the background.
Yeah, it makes sense when you are playing terror, if it's personal horror. Yes, so yeah, the background, you want to know what triggers the character.
We mostly played horror, so that's but there's another explanation. I started playing in '99, something like that, and I was playing Dungeons and Dragons. Obviously, we weren't doing backgrounds for those. But then there was a problem there because we started playing that, I think that's what it's called, World of Darkness, yeah, Vampire, which is now woke, and at the time it was already semi-woke, but we didn't know what was wokeness back then. So, okay, so those games were meant to have, first of all, it's a vampire, so it's an old creature, so it should be should have something, some story, some history behind. So we started doing, and the game itself, it's storytelling.
Yeah, but if you're playing the guy is the Neonite, they're just bored. You don't care. Yeah, but if you're playing the Neonite, then you have the whole story when he used to be alive.
Yes, it's still
that one is boring. Yeah.
So, but well, the storyteller system used. Well, they were pretensions and all that, so they asked for. They were expecting literary people to play the game,
yeah, but this is not for you to. This is not to shame. It's because we got to an interesting conclusion, right? It is about one of your players.
Yeah, then there's also that. Yes, one of the other reason besides this one, because I started. In practice, I started in the '90s, so I was kind of modeled by the games that were asking for backgrounds, basically.
And you were actually you had a small group, so you were tailoring the
yes, of course. We use the backgrounds. It wasn't just okay. There's something here. No, we use the backgrounds. They were used for, and also in my group or in the several groups we had, and they were interchangeable. So usually the people there were. Common people in those groups. There were at least 2 players, I think, probably, yeah, two players who have to do large back. I didn't ask for anything. I basically got used to it because those guys did long backgrounds. One of those nowadays doesn't do backgrounds, but he still liked the background. So he did the background, and sometimes he didn't even use it, but he wasn't expecting it. He just liked to write the background. Why not? That's not really a problem. Well, except if you are a 5th edition player and that somehow you want that background to be used in the game. But then there was another guy, and that's the most relevant here, because he's woke now, and we don't talk anymore, so
he doesn't talk to you anymore.
he doesn't talk to me. Yeah, I could
so he was
to
the
him,
one.
yes.
He doesn't talk to us.
Yeah.
Let's say. But
so that guy, he didn't really play. He did backgrounds. He sent me emails with story ideas that not really story ideas. It was more like creative writings, a piece of fiction involving his character, which had something that a clue which should be used by me as a game master. So basically, he was doing what these guys want to do, and he was doing what he was a story gamer after that. So it explains a lot. At the time, he wasn't. This was before story games, and well, that got me used to it also, because that guy didn't play when he was in a game session. He basically just stood there and sometimes fell asleep. Not because he didn't really like, he didn't hate role playing, of course.
Well, he
or
said
maybe
he loved role playing, but he didn't like role playing.
He didn't like role playing. He liked the concept of role playing. He liked the concept of having a character, a story, developing a character. But he did that at his home, sitting by the computer and writing a story.
So the point here, is role playing. It's not a creative writing course. If you want to do creative writing, do creative writing, but you are not role playing.
Yeah. And if you are role playing, you should role play your character when you're in a game session. And well, eventually, if you are doing it right, and the game master is a good game master, and the setting is a good setting, and the game is a good game, and sometimes even if none of this is true, maybe you can get a memorable, not a background, a memorable story, which will be a background when
one day when the campaign ends, exactly.
Or in a few years, even if it's a small campaign, some interesting bits of it might be memorable in 5-10 years, maybe. Why not?
But don't appear in a game that you don't know how long it's going to be, with a full novel that may not relate to the setting, and expect the game master to just accept it and be happy about it.
If you do appear with that thing there, just expect him to say, "I don't care."
And your character may put all that effort in the background, and your character may die, because that just happens when you play games.
Especially if the character is the background is about Starbucks and being in magic schools, and yeah, well, most people probably do that. Are those guys who tweet about, "Oh, I have a cute character and I did this drawing, it's so nice."
Yeah, I saw a tweet today, and then I'm gonna shut up, that someone was asking, what is the ideal end to your PC? So first of all, they have the ideal end to your PC. End, yes, the campaign end. Yes, the campaign end, not the like the future. And it's like, well, I don't know. The hand, yes, the what is the ideal destiny, okay, for your end, for your character? Yes, the ideal ending. And I was like, but why? You don't choose the ending, the game master, and the game will choose the ending. So there is your character. So that character that you have in your head and that you're never going to play.
But it has such a
just cute, write the story.
Such a cute drawing. And I'm going to tweet about it. Yeah.
So that's all, folks. End of semi-rant. Just remember that role-playing is not a creative writing. Those are two different things. So go and play games. Bye.
Have a nice week.